Well, hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Monday night and I'm back with another video, but you'll probably be viewing this video probably Wednesday or Thursday. I probably won't get it up until then, but I wanted to go ahead on and do this video because I've been getting a lot of emails about it. I've actually been getting emails in regards to relationships. People want me to talk more about relationships, especially dating after 50, since the summertime. The beginning of the summer. So I thought, let's lighten it up. We've been talking a lot about the state of the world, pandemic, political environment, and just all of the tragedies. And I thought, hey, let's have some fun, because you know what? What the world needs now is love, sweet love, right? So I thought it would be a good time to actually talk about relationships. And I know you guys saw the title, and we're going to be talking more or less about appearances and does it matter in relationships over 50, because most people think when you're over 50, okay, it doesn't matter too much because, hey, you near the end of life, you done live most of your life, so if you get you a relationship, you should be happy with it and take what you can. That's a lot of thinking of people. A lot of thinking of people. So I took the time out to ask a bunch of my girlfriends. I asked a lot of just associates, and we decided to have this conversation in regards to it. And I wish, hopefully one day, I want to actually do maybe like a round table where I'll get maybe 2 or 3 of my girlfriends together and we can have this conversation. I think that'll be a great video to do. And you also be able to hear the perspective of the other ladies. So today I'm just going to share with you some of the things that they said. And I also did a little bit of research on why relationships are so challenging after 50. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. This video will probably be about 15-20 minutes long, 25 minutes, and I know that the real followers, they're going to check it out. If you're not a real follower, I guess you won't get it, but that's what we do. I used to worry about how long my videos were and was trying to cut it down a little bit, and I said, you know what? Let's just do me. Let's be who I am. And sometimes I like to engage with my audience. I don't want to get in here and go 1, 2, 3 and be done. I have a relationship with you guys. So those that are new to the channel, y'all might not understand that, but if you want to be a part of the family, just get used to it. But I would love to have you, so make sure you subscribe before leaving. And that's if you enjoy anything that you hear today or anything that you've seen on the channel. And for my ride or dies, y'all know I'm your girl. I love y'all. Thank you so much. So as I was stating, I've been getting a lot of I'd say I got, maybe since the summer, I may have gotten about 5 or 6 emails in regards to dating, because you guys know that early in the year I brought you a video in regards from a man's perspective, and we talked a little about relationships and what men like and what they think and all of that good stuff. So I want to talk a little bit more about that, and so just get some thoughts out there. Now let me say this. One thing that I think is so, hold on for a second. One thing I think is just, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for, guys, but you guys, put it in the comment section if you know what I'm saying. But let's talk about men real quick. Men have a tendency to have expectations from women that they don't have in themselves. Oftentimes, especially dating after a certain age, I'll say 45 and up. When you become 45 and up, a lot of times women start to go through changes because you're reaching that age where your hormones are out of whack. Because mid-40ish, some people start a little bit earlier, where your hormones start, changing because you're about to start that change of life. And so that can affect your body in many ways. Weight gain, hair loss, your skin can act a fool, just different things, mood swings, all of that stuff starts to happen to women mid-40ish on up. And so therefore, a lot of changes can take place. So y'all know I be having camera issues, right? So I just had one. But anyway, so a lot of changes take place. But I think it's just wrong of men to have expectations of their women that they don't have of themselves. Because oftentimes, and so we're talking about a man of a particular age. We're not talking about young men, which it could be young men, but we're talking about men of a particular age where they, they become victims of aging. You know, they suffer hair loss, weight gain, and different things of that nature. But one thing I have to say about the women, you know, if a woman falls in love with a man and a man's body and everything starts to change, 9 times out of 10, and I'm going to say this, it may be a little bit less than that, but I'm going to say more times than not, most women will accept the man and their appearance and the way that they change and everything. When they go bald-headed, because I'm going to say for the most part, women, you know, if you started out with your man with hair, you liked him with hair. But sometimes life happens and your hair recedes or different things happen and men's hair thin, and then they end up having to, you know, shave their heads. And we love them the same. The same thing happens with men in a different way, but it happens. They become middle-aged and stuff changes. But women are more forgiving. We're more okay with allowing things to be naturally happening with a man, and we continue to love them, be faithful unto death, and all of that stuff. But we don't get that from men on the majority of the time. Now, none of my men that's faithful to jump in here and be like, that's not true. It is true that you guys, some of you do, but a lot of you all are not that way. They want the woman to look the same way she did when they married her or when they got with her. When she was 25 years old, she had that little waistline and, you know, everything was sitting upright in the way that it was. The hair was flowing the way that it was. Men expect a woman to never change. Now, not to mention the fact that we are bearing children and our bodies are going through all types of things that men's body can't even dream of, okay? So with that being said, you don't even get, you know, that credit for the fact that there was reasons a lot of times why, you know, your body has changed. Not to mention that medication can also be an issue. You know, sometimes, you know, medication can cause different things to happen within the body. So, but I just think it's a shame that we can't get that same, you know, little pass that we give to the brothers, you know, when they start to change, and we continue to love them and respect them. So we wanted to talk a little bit about, does appearance matter when dating after 50? And I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to say yes. You know, oftentimes when they do these types of conversations, you know, people like, oh no, it's all about what's on the inside. If you're beautiful, you know, that's what we love. But you know, if you haven't known a person for quite some time prior to dating, and you initially met someone, let's say you were at a bar or coffee shop or nightclub, maybe at church, wherever it is that you meet people. I don't know these days because I don't really, you know, do the whole night scene much anymore. But wherever you were when you met someone, the initial thing, what was the initial thing that caught your attention? It was what you saw. When you gazed across the room, or you sipping your coffee and you happen to look up, or you was in church and you turned to the right or you turned to the left, whatever the situation was, you saw something that initially attracted your attention, something that really stirred you to the point that you wanted to know, who is that? That person, they look kind of nice. So stop with the untruths about appearances, because appearances just matter. You know I have friends who have known people all their lives, and then they fell in love when they got older, and that was one of those type of grow into love. So that is so possible. So don't get me wrong, I'm not even minimizing that or saying that's not true. But a lot of the times when dating, it's because of something that you found attractive visually. You found visually attractive, and you wanted to get to know them on a deeper level. So let's just be clear with that. Let's just be honest with that and just say what it is. That does not make you shallow, because our eyes are here. We appreciate things that are attractive. We appreciate looking at beauty. That's the way we were made to be able to see the beauty that's out here. So it is nothing wrong with that. But as you mature, you understand that there are more things relevant than just the visual attraction also. So therefore, you know, sometimes we will take something that maybe isn't as attractive. But what this conversation is about is the fact that appearances does matter. Now, I'm going to give you some reasons that they say that dating over 50 is challenging. And I want you guys to think about it. You guys tell me. Now, for me, it's not so much the appearance sake for me. Now, I'm going to tell you my thoughts. This is Lydia's thoughts. I think certain things do matter. You know, I'm a very active person. I like to work out. I like fitness or striving to be fit. So therefore, if I am to connect with a person on any level, whether it is, physical or whatever, I am attracted to the drive of a man. So if a man does not care about the way that his health is, if he does not want to eat good, to try to stay fit and healthy, if he does not want to sometimes work out or do something that will get the body moving, because I've dated guys before and I said, do you play basketball? They say no. Okay, do you golf? No. Do you walk? No. What do you do? And they'll say, well, I don't really work out or anything. Now at 50 years old, it is so important. Now, fitness at any age is very important, but especially when you get to a certain age of life, because your body starts to deteriorate faster. So it's important to maintain your body. You have to do certain things in order to keep it that way. So it's important that you're taking vitamins. I've met men that don't take vitamins at 50 years old. I'm thinking, what are you going to do when osteoporosis hits you? When you start getting arthritis in your knees and your fingers and your back, what are you going to do if you're not giving your body the nutrients and the minerals? And then guys that just eat any and everything and not thinking about the things that it's doing internally, affecting your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your heart, your brain, your memory, because that's a factor, your eyesight. There's so many things that happens to your body, especially as you age. So it's very important. So that is attractive to me when I see a man that really cares about his physical and mental and emotional health. He's doing things. He don't have to be, a weightlifter or bodybuilder or anything like that, but he is doing something to make sure that he's trying to stay as healthy as possible. That's very attractive to me, and I'm kind of turned off to a man that does not care about doing those things. So it's important. I don't care. You don't have to walk with me. You don't have to lift weights or even be in the gym, but play some ball. Get out there, play football, play some basketball. Even if can't jump like you used to, do some walking, some running, some cycling. You got to do something to keep your body fit, because if you're an active person, especially at 50, you're still active. You like doing things. You like going on vacation and traveling and hiking and boating and doing activities. Your body needs to be in a good physical condition. So that's important. So for me, that's more important to me than just how cute he is. Of course, who don't want a guy that's attractive? Let's just keep it real, But to me, I look at the way that he takes care of himself more. I'm looking at the fact that, if we grow old together, and I know that I could go before him, but the odds are the less you take care of yourself, a lot of times, that person is going to go down. And then you have someone that has to care for you because you didn't care enough for yourself to ensure that you were a little bit in shape, ensure that your health maintained so somebody wouldn't have to be caring for you like that. So those things are important. We're having a real talk about real life. This is not shallow or any of that. It's important that, in order to maintain yourself, that you want to take care of yourself. So I'm going to read just a couple. I'm not going to read them all because there's a lot of them, but I'm just going to give some of the reasons why they say that relationships over 50 are challenging, and you guys can tell me what you think. Okay, and these are over 50, so we're going to still take it down to my ladies that's in the 40s, because sometimes y'all date 50-some-year-old men. Okay, so the number. Okay, guys, it's the second time my camera shut down. I know it is time for me to get a new camera. Whenever my camera starts overheating this much, I'm on the inside and it's overheating now, so that's just letting me know that this camera is time. But anyway, I was about to start the list and tell you guys what they say are some of the reasons why dating over 50 is challenging. And the number one was that you may lack confidence. And I think that's true, because I think after people get to a certain age of life and there starts to be change in their bodies and the way they look and how they feel about themselves, I think that can attack your confidence level. So I think that with that being said, you don't put yourself out there as much to date, because you don't want to be turned down. You don't want to be who wants rejection? Who wants that? So I believe that's true. Number two, which could be for a lot of people, and it was for me because I went on an 8-year hiatus, you feel out of practice. That's true, because when you take a long break from dating, and dating changes, it changes, absolutely. And getting back out there in the dating scene, you feel like an alien in a another galaxy. You're like, what are we doing? What is this? It's a whole new thing now. It's a whole new game. It's a whole new way to date now, guys. With so many different ways of doing it, especially with the digital platform, with all of the texting and stuff. I'm not down for the texting. I'm real old school. I rather prefer a man call me. You can get my attention more if you're calling me. But if you're just texting me all day, at some point I'm going to lose interest in the text and I'll just stop responding. That may seem kind of cruel, but I don't want to have a 2-hour text session when we could have talked for a good 20 to 30 minutes. So yeah, I definitely will prefer to talk on the phone. So yeah, that was number 2. Let's see what else I got here. Number 3 is, well, this kind of goes with number 2. It says you feel disconnected from the dating scene, which is true, because when you haven't had practice, and it's totally a new season, new way of doing things, different ways of doing it. You know, they even have this speed dating thing where you go and you talk to somebody for, about 5 minutes and you switch to another partner. So it's just all kinds of way of dating now. So you can certainly feel disconnected. Number 4, you put a ton of pressure on yourself. I think that is so true, because we pressure ourselves to feel like we got to look a certain way, or we want to seem like we're still cool and, hip and trendy, or whatever the words are, yeah, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. You put a lot of pressure on yourself to look right. Is this the right outfit? Are they gonna like me? Am I too fat? So it's just overwhelming. So I think I agree with that one as well. Number 5, which is a major one, divorce is a major factor. Sometimes a lot of people are still scarred from the divorce. I've gone through that with people, and I don't think they'll be aware of it. And they spend so much time talking about their past relationship and how horrible it was and what that person did to them, and they won't tolerate it in a new relationship, and you're not gonna do this and you're not gonna do that. When you're in the getting to know a person stage and you're dating in that first few months of dating, you're trying to connect with that person. You want to know about them and what they like and dislike, and the things that you all want to try to explore together. You don't want to sit up and just hear about how horrible their marriage was, and oftentimes I think people don't think. I think maybe they're looking for conversation, so they think that that's the conversation that's best, but that actually could be something that totally ruins the relationship or the whole dating process. Let's see, number 6. You have baggage, or so does everyone else. Okay, so you have baggage, or the other person does also. When you have baggage, a lot of times that can seep over into your new dating relationship, because especially if it's something to do with children, oftentimes they may have conflicts with the parent or the other parent. So, and if that starts affecting your relationship because the mother or the father don't want you to bring the kids around your new person, the new person that you're dating, oh my God, that could just be a lot of drama. So make sure you clean up your baggage before you start dating, because that could be a big problem. Yeah, especially at this age, you shouldn't be having dating issues like that. If you do, wow, but you shouldn't be. Okay, number 7, you're emotionally drained. Sometimes people have gone through so much in the dating process, or even marriage, that maybe they had a long marriage and it was just so horrible. They went through so many things that they're just emotionally drained, and they're not really ready to put themselves out there fully. They don't want to experience that hurt again or go through some of the things that they went through in their marriage or the past relationship. So when anything feels like, those problems are coming on, you just kind of put that wall up, or you just back away and say, hey, I'm not doing this. Okay, number 8, I think I'm gonna give you 10. Compromising is harder than it used to be. That is so true, because if you're a person that has certain standards you live by, and then you're trying to compromise with another person, like me, I don't want to date a guy that smokes. I don't smoke. I hate smoke. I don't want smoke in my hair. That means smoking of any kind. Cigarettes, cigars, the almighty marijuana, any of that, because I don't like the smell of smoke in my clothing, in my hair. I don't want to inhale it, because I'm trying to be healthy. So sometimes it's kind of hard to compromise that, because even if they choose not to smoke around you, if they come around you smelling like it or tasting like it, you kiss the guy or kiss the girl, and they taste like smoke, or you smell the smoke in their clothing, you know, it's just a problem. So a lot of times compromising on things is kind of hard. You could be a person that's celibate and you don't want to have sex, you know, which that was me. You know, I don't believe in sex if I'm not in love. And so that sometimes dating people, they have an issue with, you know, you not wanting to be intimate. And, you know, when you're younger, you may do things differently. But when you get older, I think your standards and your values change. And you don't want to put yourself out there. And I'm at the point in my life where I know who I am and I like who I am. And I don't have to compromise, because I know there's a guy out there that will like me just the way I am. Yes, it is. Okay, so number 9, let's see. You have less patience. Absolutely, that is me. It was a time in my life when I was very patient. I put up with a lot of just BS stuff that I shouldn't have to put up with. But now, if that BS crossed me, I'm just like, you know what? I don't have to, because in looking at the fact that your life, you done lived the majority of your life, life is too short for that. You want to be happy, you want to live in peace and serenity, and you can create your own peace. You don't have to deal with anybody's other bull crap, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, if your patience is not to put up with a bunch of stuff, or somebody's trying to heal from something, you should want to come to that person fully healed and not bring all that with the person, and you know, expecting them to heal you, expecting them to be able to love you back to wholeness, because it's not possible. You need to be whole before you step into that arena. Okay, and finally, number 10. It's more than that. We're gonna do a part 2 on this video. You have fewer single friends. That's true. I noticed as I've gotten older, my circle of friends have gotten smaller. When I was younger, say 30-ish, I had a lot of friends. I had a whole lot of friends. I had a lot of male friends, a lot of female friends. But as you get older, people get married, right? So that means the circle starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, because there's no more single people. So that means you got to get out there, and you're trying to date at an age where a lot of people are married, or maybe they're widows and they're just not looking to date again. So that can be challenging when you're over 50 trying to date, because yeah, that demographic is just kind of small. So yeah, so those are just some of the things that I wanted to bring up in relationships over 50. And talking about appearances is very important, you know, to want to look good and be as healthy as possible when going into a relationship, because you're not dead. You're not dead, and you don't have to settle. I've seen stories and videos where people have gotten married in their 60s and 70s, and most recently I saw something on TV where someone got married in their 80s. So it's just really a matter of what you want to do with your life and where you are in your life. And if you want to be compatible with someone, it's important that you kind of keep up on some things. Keep yourself up, you know, whether it is on a physical level or, you know, internal level, because I don't have expectations of a man taking care of me because I don't care about myself. You know, I want to be as healthy as I can going in. And that's not to say that things can't fall, because illness can hit you at any time. And it can be no fault of your own. But I know that if I can do preventative things to make sure that I look my best, I feel my best, it is important that you do that. So that's it for that video for today. We'll have a part 2, because I know I'm going to get some comments in the section below. And oh yes, ladies, the ones that are married, you guys tell me your thoughts on how important it is how well your man looks, even after you've been married, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that, because oftentimes I think people are being just, you know, y'all trying to act like that doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's all about the way he feels on the inside. But initially, when you met that guy, it was something you saw in him that you found attractive, unless it was somebody you knew for a long time and you kind of grew together. So that's all I have today. Hope this is not too long. I know I was talking kind of fast, but I just wanted to kind of get out as much as I could. And I'm going to do more videos like that, since I'm getting a lot of requests about them. So thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and let me know your thoughts about this particular video. And let me know if you want to have more relationship talks, dating, and love over 50. All right? You guys have a wonderful rest of the evening, and I will see you all later. Peace and love. Bye.